Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well. I think you guys can hear me now, so we're gonna just hop into things. How's it going, though? We're playing some Stardew today. It's gonna be a good time. Uh, Last time we kind of ended with Grandpa saying hello, so actually we're gonna start with that today. Funnily enough. Also, I need to quickly submit my taxes here. Can't be caught doing tax evasion. That's just not allowed. 66 times for me, 56 for Swifty. Swifty, you got 27 times of being first. Congrats. Oh, hi, Grandpa. I know. I wasn't. I kind of forgot that we ended with him, and then when I turned on my game today, I realized, oh, he's here. He has to kind of come back, kind of deal. So, yeah, we have him again. My dear boy, it's been many years since we last spoke. You were just a little boy, do you remember? Look how far you've come. Though you may have forgotten me, I've been here all along. You see, my body has departed this world, but my heart will always remain in Stardew Valley. Grandpa, you've been here 2 years now. I'm so proud of you, my boy. You're a better farmer than I ever was, and you've brought great honor to the family name. I can feel it now. My spirit is finally put to rest. Bless you. The future of King's Farm is in your hands now. Farewell. Rest in peace. You could rest easy. I have the farm. I'll bring great honor to you. And the family name, I guess. We really care about the family name. I think we did all of the things there. Our kid is still asleep. Jimbo was born. I wonder if Jimbo will grow up to be a farmer just like you. He might grow up to be an artist just like you. Who knows? We named him Jimbo. Whoa. You have a problem with Jimbo? I felt like nobody was there to give me any support. I wanted to call him Jimmy, but then I was like, we already named my dog Jim. I don't want to name my kid after the dog. So I wanted to call him Jimmy so I could call him Jimbo as a nickname. So we just went, why don't we call him Jimbo just right off the bat? It works. I made you a little treat this morning in the saloon. Dig in, your friend Gus. Okay, thank you, Gus. How nice of you. I'm going to quickly go check out the shrine since... Oh, also it is spring, so all of my trees are going. We're gonna have some stuff. I'm sick? I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Hopefully, you feel better soon. Sickness has been going around a lot, so... Whoa. Statue of Perfection. You found a peculiar statue behind Grandpa's shrine. It's made of pure iridium? What? Okay. I mean, don't mind me, but I'm gonna go put this by my house. It's kind of ugly, but, you know, it does the job. We'll put it right here. Does it do anything? No? Okay. I didn't think it would. I just wanted to know. Alright, let's take care of the animals really quick. We can actually let them all out of their pens now, which is gonna be good. So I'm going to have to turn down the game. For whatever reason, all of my audio settings got completely and totally reset. And so everything is so much louder than what it's supposed to be, and it's so annoying. We're gonna turn it down to there and see if that's any better. That's kind of quiet again, but you know what? I can deal with this. This is fine. Let me turn it up just a tad. Just in general. The audio mixer should stay fine. Okay. I was bad this morning, but better now. Well, I'm glad to hear it. That's good. Sorry that you were sick in the first place, but at least you're feeling better. That's good. So I'll probably end up going back to school tomorrow. That's not as fun, but you know, sometimes it's a good thing to go to school. You know, I'm not a huge fan of school, but I also understand it is kind of important, I suppose. Yeah, you guys can go outside now. I know, it's great. Everybody wants to go outside. Okay, hopefully the pig will find us a truffle. That would be really nice. I'm gonna quickly go throw this stuff in the processing. And that'll free up a little bit of inventory space so I can go farm some cranberries or whatever I've got back here. And then we need to clean up our farm. It's pretty messy. Oh, we have starfruit already, okay. So I'm just gonna harvest this all really quick. And then I'm going to throw a whole bunch of it into the grinders to make some seeds so that we can plant more. Or, alternatively, how much are they worth? Let me get one of the base level ones. 825, and each seed is worth 600, I want to say. And we could also throw this in the kegs to make wine, which would be even better. Let's do that. And then we'll just sell the rest and go buy some from the one place. Although I am curious what would happen if we throw them in there. Okay. If I don't, it also is going to make it hard to exempt finals, and I don't want to study for finals or take them. Okay, that's fair. I don't blame you one bit there. I get that. I do kind of get what you're saying, so I don't blame you one bit. Can I get my truffle? Sir, you are standing on my truffle. Okay. We got 2 truffles there. Those will make some good oil. We can go take those to the oil press. Nope, don't eat. Okay. And then yeah, okay. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to run to the bus stop really quick. We're gonna go to the desert. We're gonna go buy more seeds. Oh, I need to buy a ticket, right? And let's see where this takes us. I think I might just buy as many seeds as I can and just call it a day in that sense. How many seeds are too many? I have no clue. Oh, we got another lost book. Nice. Okay, Oasis. First things first, I need to talk to you and meet you. So you're Sandy. You're here to buy a whole bunch of seeds. I am. 400, okay. You have cactus, rhubarb, starfruit, beets. We need beets. Okay. Well, I'm gonna buy like 20 of those. How many do I need? It was 10. Okay, so we'll buy 20. That should be fine. And then outside of that, looks like the rest we can just kind of leave alone. And we're gonna buy a whole bunch of starfruit seeds. I'm gonna go broke over this, but I shouldn't need money for anything else. And it'll make us a lot of money in the long run, so who cares? Okay, I have no money, but by tomorrow I will have a lot of money, so it's fine. I could go into the mines just to lose it all again. That would be funny. Would not be funny. Got a new item there, okay. Get that. Okay, let's leave. Let's go back home. And, yeah, we should be fine. Go back home, we'll plant all of these. We need to make more sprinklers. Pam knows how rich I am. She just saw me spend all of that money on just a couple of seeds. I feel like I may have left a pretty positive impression, in all honesty. We might also go and plant the beets, just for sake of, Oh, I already had a whole bunch of starfruit seeds as well. Okay, that's fine. We needed more anyway, I'm sure. I will go and plant my beets, though, just so I'm not waiting on them till fall. You know, and plant them in the greenhouse, and we should have them ready soon. Okay. Add milk. There it is. Okay, let's go and put those away. What mayonnaise, right? Goat cheese, duck mayo. Okay. Let's go back to planting, and then we'll go to the museum so I can donate this item to Gunther. And, we'll go from there. Nice thing about in here is you don't have to worry about birds. It's one of the big things about being outside is it just sucks because you got birds that are going to eat all of your crops. Inside, you don't have to worry about that, at least. I'm just gonna quickly water a whole bunch of this. And we're gonna need to collect a whole bunch of iridium so that next time I start planting starfruit, I don't have to worry about it at all. I just come in every once in a while and check on it to see if it's done growing, and then we come back. Oh wait, I didn't water everything, did I? I left part of it unwatered. We should probably finish that. But you know, we check in every couple of days until the starfruit is grown, and then we harvest. And once it's harvested, we just gotta turn it all into wine, which is also relatively easy. We just need lots of kegs, which I don't have, but I do want more. Okay, let's go to the museum, and then we'll come right back, and we'll kind of clean up the farm a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna go up this way, just to get there a little faster. Go to town. Okay. Let's get in there. Hello, good sir. Let me donate to you. No new items? No new rewards? Really? Okay. That's fine. That is what it is. Alright, let's go back home and clean up a little bit. Try to get the farm back to being presentable. Feels like there's something on my shoulder and it's kind of itchy and bugging me. It's awful. Okay. I guess we should also probably be growing stuff outside today as well, shouldn't I? Those grow in summer. I don't remember what's the good spring crop this, crap. Where did it go? My stuff disappeared? I'm just gonna make a new stone fence, I guess. Okay, I have to let them go in order to get them to go back in. It's fine. They'll eat up some of this grass, hopefully. It'll make them more happy. It works. I didn't really intend on letting them out, but, you know, it's fine. It's okay. Did you see the Omnia document on the AI? I did. I saw that. I saw the Omnia general planning document as well. I think it's good to stay organized, so all of that was good stuff. I appreciate you doing that. The AI looks like it should work in concept and in a way I like, at least for demo's sake. Ideally, you won't have to press a button when you're actually playing the game to enable or disable your mic, but it would rather just be a setting toggle in your initial setup on your in-game settings. But outside of that, you know, it all looked fine to me. I like it. I like where you're going with that stuff. Let's see. I'm really excited to start working on stuff myself when I have a little extra time. I'm hoping that we can get more time soon to get some work done, but every time I'm like nearly ready to do stuff, more things come up, and so I don't know what I'm gonna do. But with I didn't mean to break one of those trees. But with Twitch SMP coming up, I'm kind of worried about my time's sake on eating up all my time that I do have right now. Let's see. Maybe a setting to have it that could work. I feel like there could be things where you're streaming and have to think of what you want to say or talking to chat. Yes, there it would be kind of like Lethal Company where you know, there's a toggle in your settings. I would also make there be a toggle button so you can mute in the game if you are talking. But ideally, the point would be more so you don't have to press a button in the game because it's not as immersive having a whole bunch of menus. And in order for the game to be as immersive as possible, we gotta find ways around all the menus that we would have if we did implement a menu for things. So a lot of that should be taken care of in the initial setup. So when you first launch the game, if we have anything that people can submit their data to, then we need to make sure we have that outlined clearly there, that if you wish to train our AI models, then enable this here and we'll receive data about it. It won't be personalized, so it won't be tied to your account, but you know, that way we can see pretty clearly anyway. One way to train our AIs and make it a little bit better. But on top of that, that would also give us a relatively easy experience getting everything set up for people who, you know, are just trying to play the game. Because, like, I do like, I mean, I love the idea of having streamers play my game. But at the end of the day, you know, they probably are going to be a very loud minority, but I do still want them to have a good time. It's just, I don't think they're our main focus either at the same token. Okay, let me quickly double check that everything is put away, and then we'll pick up everything again. Okay. Gonna say I should have more milk. I don't have any more eggs. That's okay. Truffle oil. We don't have 5 yet. Okay, we can put one more in there and then we'll be good. Okay, let's throw in all of that. I'm gonna keep the fish taco because I want to say somebody likes that as a gift, but I can't remember who. I want to say it might be Emily. Not sure though. And then also I'm gonna throw the truffle in the oil press. I forgot to do that earlier. Boom. Okay, and then pomegranate. I have a pomegranate here, but I just want to double check. Do we have any? I'm gonna take that one out so we can take these and we can get rid of these. Well, let's do that. Okay. Go and sleep. And that was day 1 of spring. Okay. Also, I can move. I need to set up a separate scene for this or something. But moving the follower goal over just for Stardew. I always forget. I feel like there could be things. There's a 7.5-hour game music making course I want to buy. Oh, dude. Game music is really interesting. I want to get into it at some point, but I have so much other stuff that I need to learn first. It's normally 56, but it's currently on a 76% discount. Dang. Okay, that's pretty big. That is a pretty big discount. Wow. I haven't spent any time with Jimbo. No, let me... He's asleep. I can't spend time with him. I would like to. I really would, honey, but, you know, he's asleep right now. Maybe a little later when he wakes up. Oh, wow. Okay, it gives you iridium. Gotcha. Dear King, you're such a good neighbor. I thought I'd send over some animal feed to make your job easier. Keep up. Oh, thank you. Okay, I didn't know that's what that thing gave us. We just get free iridium? Sweet. Okay. Let me go out here and work with the animals really quick. Okay, they're all outside. I need to expand my pens at some point because it is pretty packed here, and so they all group up in the same spot. Okay. Yep. So 56 on a 76% discount. I'm sorry, I'm going back to that. Let me just calculate. That'd be $13.50. According to my calculator, if I did it right. $12.99, okay. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Do you know what program they use in the game making or the game music course? Because sometimes they use tools that aren't free. So that would be another thing to take into account when it comes to it. But if it's a free or relatively cheap software that they're also using, then it's not too bad. Oh wait. I don't want to throw any of that in there. I just wasn't thinking straight. Okay. Okay, I need to add some water to your dish. There you go. And then down this way as well. I need to check the fruit cave. Okay. We're gonna water our beets. And I suppose anything else that needs watered. Our cranberries all need harvested. Okay. And here we go. This will make us some serious money. I mean, starfruit makes us a lot, but this also does the job, I would say. Although, obviously, once we get all of our iridium sprinklers put in, I'll put in the starfruit. It's like printing free money at that point. Okay. The one they use does have a license? Okay. They probably use FL Studio if I had to guess. They do have a free version of FL Studio, if that's the one. It also has a free demo with all the features that never forces you to buy it. Okay. That sounds kind of like FL Studio. If that's the case, that's a good one to use. At the very least, it lets you start creating, and then you can always buy the full version later if you want. But like I said, you never have to. Okay, let me just get some stuff cleaned up here. I'm sure there's plenty of trees dotted about as well. Okay. Inventory is filled up. Dang. Okay. Let's do that. There we go. Let's see. I almost bought it, but his voice kind of annoys me, honestly. Ah, I gotcha. Okay. That's fair. Sometimes you gotta know your own limits. And sometimes that means if you can't put up with their voice, they're not worth the extra stress, you know? He has the most I make music for a living and live in my mom's basement voice ever. Ah, I gotcha. Okay. Not exactly the most pleasant sound, then. And that's putting it nicely. Okay, let's put that there. And I want to do that. There we go. Okay. I want that truffle. Yoink. Thank you. Goodbye. It's the only one I've got? Okay. Although I think I put one in earlier. Yeah, I did. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Okay, I'll throw those away, throw that in there. Okay. I'm just trying to think. Let's go down this way and make sure that the trees are all wiped out of here. Makes it a whole lot easier to put down buildings if I have the trees out. Let's see, I'm gonna eat food now. I'll be back soon. Alright, sounds good, Swifty. Thank you very much. I appreciate you being here. Go get some food. Hope you enjoy. It's only like 7 here. Early dinner. I forget people eat like at different times. That seems so late to me to like eat dinner. We eat our dinner at like 5, sometimes 6. Just depends who's cooking and what they're cooking. Six is like my favorite time to eat personally, but my dad, he prefers, or at least he makes food at 5. I don't complain. I mean, I get to eat for free, so it works out. I can't do too much complaining. Okay. Our iridium is not done. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say iridium should be done by now. But I was wrong. Okay. Go inside really quick. We're gonna... Well... Everything's ready to... get put in... things. Do I have another egg? I don't. Okay. I was just admiring my wedding amulet. I'm glad. I think I did a huge W move there when I gave it to you personally. Okay. Put those away. Okay, let's run to town really quick. And let's just see what's going on. I normally eat like 8:30, finish around 9, sleep at 10. Okay. I mean, I know everybody's got their own schedule. It just seems so late to me still. I get it though. That's actually a normal time for people to eat. It's not out of the usual. Especially if you have parents who are usually out of the house relatively later compared to other parents, you know. I don't know what your parents' schedule looks like, but I have people whose parents, you know, they're running all over town until 7, 8 o'clock at night. So yeah, sometimes they do eat at 8:30 or 9. You gotta understand I eat my lunch at 3 p.m. Okay, that's fair. I get that. You wouldn't want to eat another couple hours later. Or maybe you would, I don't know. But I don't think most people would. Also, just so you guys are aware, ads are in progress. I'm very sorry, I apologize. We're not gonna get too deep into the game though, so you won't miss out on much. Red slimes, we can go kill red slimes. That's easy enough. We'll go on up then. We'll do that for a little bit while we wait for the ads to go away. I get to use my slime sword. Also, we should be getting all of our skills done today because we have one more combat point. My mom doesn't drive and my dad works from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So that tells you all you need to know. Yep, I gotcha. 12-hour shifts are rough. Wow. But it does pay the bills. Is it fun? No. But it does pay. Yeah, that does tell me everything I need to know. Can you die? Thank you. No red slime. I could be picking up some of this material, and I probably should be, but I'm not. Hello. Goodbye. That's one. Now we're looking for 2. If he's down here, he might be next layer down. We'll find him. So I watched a movie the other night, and I think I told you guys about this. I watched Twisters. I watched it with my brother. Definitely not a movie I'd necessarily watch with my brother usually. We thought, oh yeah, we heard a lot of good things about this movie. You know, it's a movie about tornadoes. It's a pretty good movie to watch with you know, your brothers. That would be something I would watch. You know, disaster movies, they're pretty good. But the whole plot line was basically just a love plot line with tornadoes as a backdrop. It was a little disappointing for my tastes, but it was a good movie still. I don't think it was as good as everybody was saying it was, but it was still good. I did enjoy myself watching it. And I'd probably watch it again. I wouldn't pay money to go watch it again, but I would probably watch it again. Hey, Phoenix, welcome on in. This is Sparta. We need to watch that. That would be a good one to watch. That would be a really good one to watch. Nope. Okay. I'm trying to think of some other good movies to watch. I heard Transformers 1 was good, but I don't think we have access to that one right now. It's so tough keeping track with, like, all the different streaming services and, you know, which one has which thing. And I can't keep track of it. And then some of them have it, but they don't really have it. They have it for rent. So you can rent the movie on their platform, which is always just like, I don't know. I feel weird about that. I guess it is a thing. But some of the time it costs just as much to rent it as it would be to get a subscription to the platform, and it's just like, that seems kind of counterintuitive. I thought you were going to say me and my brother watched a movie about tornadoes and sharks. Sharknado would be awesome. I actually probably would not watch that with my brother. Just because we have a standard. It's very weird. Our standards are so weird. We'll watch movies that are stupid or whatever, and we'll make fun of it the entire time, but there's like a certain level of silliness that we allow. And I think Sharknado might exceed the silly meter, you know? Hey, Coral, welcome on in. Thank you for submitting your taxes. I appreciate it. Talk to Lewis. Okay. Hello, Al. Welcome in. We're just chilling right now. Thank you for submitting your taxes. I appreciate it. We're just chilling, talking about watching Twister and playing Stardew. It's good times. Good times. Thank you for submitting your taxes. I appreciate it, Phoenix. Did any of you guys watch Twisters? It was a really popular movie. So I was kind of like going in there with probably a little too high of expectation, but I've never watched it, haven't watched it. Was it good? It was alright. It wasn't as good as everybody was saying it was, in my opinion. It was good, though. You know, I think there were definitely some good qualities, and a lot of that may have just been watching it with my brother isn't necessarily the greatest, you know, because I said this earlier and I'll say it again. It's a love story with tornadoes as the backdrop, basically. There's nothing wrong with that, but, you know, the masculine urge to watch things get ripped to shreds as, you know, death reigns upon all of mankind, that was what I was really wanting. And, you know, what I got instead was people mashing lips together, and I actually don't remember if there was any lip mashing now that I think about it. There was a little. There was a little bit of that. There wasn't a whole bunch of lip mashing, but there was a little. And, you know, sometimes, you know, that's fine for a story. I don't hate it usually, but it didn't scratch the spot I was looking for, I guess, with it. think I've heard of it, but isn't it bad? I don't know. People are raving about it whenever I hear them talk about it. They usually go, they usually, like... I know at least one thing. They usually watch it for the male lead in the movie. They really like the male lead. I guess he was like hot or something. I don't know. I'm not gay and I'm not a woman, so I can't really speak to that. But that's what I've been told anyway. The name Twister makes me think of Sharknado or Snakes on a Plane. That crap. It was a tornado movie. And I will say this: I felt like the tornadoes were a little tad overpowered. Having lived in the Midwest myself, tornadoes were almost never that big of a deal. However, it takes place, I believe, in Oklahoma, so the infrastructure may have been a little bit different there compared to Missouri. I don't know. But, you know, tornadoes were a common occurrence and our cities weren't getting leveled. There were occasional trailer park mishaps, but that's just how that goes, you know. I did start watching Doom Patrol, though. I've never actually watched it, but I heard good things about that one. I don't know why people like romance. If you want to see it so bad, then find a date. I don't know. I like romance that ends in tragedy. You ever watch The Amazing Spider-Man? That movie's so sad, but it's so good. Amazing Spider-Man, you have to watch both 1 and 2, but they're so good. It's so complete. Don't worry, I'll feed Jimbo today. You can just focus on running the farm. But what if I want to feed Jimbo? Oh, he's asleep. Okay. Yeah, you feed Jimbo. You do that. Okay. Got more iridium. Let's go. Let's see. As for finding a date. You see, I would, Coral. I would if I could. But... I mean, you know me. There's like several reasons why I probably can't. Can I figure out any of them? No. But I'm sure there's plenty of reasons. I didn't mean to milk you, I'm sorry. I wanted to milk the other thing. I'll just spam click you until I milk everybody. Yeah, there's one. There's another one. Okay, I was gonna say, I don't think I milked you yet. Okay, I think there's one that went inside. Yeah, you. I'm gonna milk you. Can't pull girls, then pull boys. See, it's not that. I think I can pull women. It's just, there's not very many women to choose from. And so it's a lot more stressful. Not to mention, any of them in this town aren't good enough. I'm not picky, but I do have standards, and I ain't gonna lower them. I have standards to an extent, I should say. I'm not like, they're not like over the top standards, you know. I don't. There's a saying about, you know, dating crazy people or something like that, and you know, I'm not looking into getting into all that stuff. That would be interesting. I love the name Jimbo. Jimbo is great. I love it. You ever watch Snakes on a Plane? It's great. I've never actually seen it, but I've heard of it. Is it actually good? I know it's made fun of a lot. And I wouldn't mind watching it to make fun of it, probably. It wouldn't be terrible. I do usually have standards when I watch quote-unquote bad movies. It's like, you know, I don't want to waste my time too much, but It's not a terrible thing to watch a garbage movie from time to time. It reminds you how much worse you could have it. It sounded like you were digging for a truffle. And unfortunately, I don't see one. I'm gonna lurk. Alright, sounds good, Al. Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. Somehow I'm still shocked that you don't have a love interest. Any girl would love a Floridian that can play guitar and sing. See, I mean, singing is debatable, but, you know, I'm surprised to an extent, but I'm not, like, overtly surprised, I guess. You know, I don't know. You know, I thought it would be a lot easier. I'm not gonna lie. But, I guess I thought wrong, because it is not easy to find anybody. And, I've found a lot of it is just due to dating culture these days. It's not conducive for people like me, I guess. See, I'm not... This is the same thing with, like, employment. I'm not good on paper, but you get me in the doorway and I can probably get you to open the door to the rest of me. And, you know, like, employers, for example, they don't like me. Because I don't have the extra piece of paper that says I know how to do it. I just know how to do it because I'm self-taught. You get me in the door so I can have, like, an interview, I could tell you I know everything and prove it. But, unfortunately, they don't want to take a chance on that. Dating apps are a similar thing. It's all a marketing game, and I don't like dating apps, just because of the fact of how they rely on that. I like natural connections, and where I live, you can't meet somebody naturally. There's nobody here, which isn't fantastic. It's livable. Like, I mean, there are other means, I guess. You know, I guess there's ways to meet people online that aren't dating apps, but I don't know. I don't know. I could say a whole lot more, but I think it's just a rabbit hole that might be relatively pointless for me to go down. I don't know. I keep saying I don't know. And I think it's because it is the truth. I don't know, but I don't know. Honestly, fair, we're living in a tough generation. Yeah. We're all trying to find our footing, and it's interesting. It's very interesting. It's not... It's a time to be alive, that's for sure. I think things are gonna get better. It's just, you know... Some of us are gonna have to dig our feet in and say, no, I'm not doing that, or yeah, I'm doing that. And whatever happens, happens. I refuse to do, you know, dating apps. I will not. And I think people crave online, like, means to dating, but they don't want it to be, like... I'm trying to find the right way to say this. The way it is right now, you don't form friendship first. You know? I want to know I can be friends with you before I think I can even, you know, date you. Like, that... The way I think is I don't just date for the sake of dating you. I date you so I can get married one day, and hopefully it's to you, because I want us to be compatible. The way dating apps are set up, though, it's like they can go on a date with you and a date with somebody else and a date with somebody else, and then you're disposable, basically. And that's just not a good way to look at things. I don't know. Not my favorite concept that we've come up with. I think it's a great connection tool, like online, the internet. It's a great tool. And I think it's cool that we can connect with people all over the world. But I think there are some things that are best left to the real world, and I think dating is probably one of those things to a certain degree. Now, I will say, and I need to specify this, long distance isn't that bad. Like, you know, you're both separated by long distance. You didn't meet through a dating app and start dating that way. As long as you built up a connection with them beforehand, I think that's great. And I mean, I'm not saying dating apps don't work. For some it does. And that's great. I'm glad, but I don't know. I can't do it. I haven't signed up for one. I hate the concept in and of itself. And then it makes you feel bad when you don't get matches, and it's just like, that's dumb. I don't know. There's a lot of things about it that I hate. That's for sure. Let's see, not gonna lie, I'm shocked that I had a girlfriend in my life, and now I'm trying to do the long distance thing with a guy I've met like 2 years ago. Oh, nice, nice. 19 pieces, okay. I've never had anything. Never had any relationship, but you know, I'm just waiting for the right time, the right one, the right moment, whatever, you know. It works out okay, I think. It probably will. Patience is key. You get too hasty, and then you get in things that are just gonna hurt you more. I'm very, very, very selective, if you guys couldn't tell. Also, I make you a friend, that just goes as a family friend. Ah, I gotcha. I try to keep myself away from friend zone. I don't know. The friend zone is a concept. I on one hand, like, I think it does exist, but I think it only exists as much as you let it. And that's really tough. You gotta, like, finesse your way in there in a certain spot that everybody's like, oh, I don't know what this guy's gonna do. And, you know, that's the point. You don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. Of course, I come back to talking about relationships. You know, it's been a while since we've talked about it, honestly. So that's probably about time. Is my baby awake? No. Okay. I don't think he's ever gonna wake up. We're gonna throw all of this in there. I'm not gonna worry about the milk anymore. Iridium bar should be done by the end of the night. And then I guess what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go down to the mines and keep killing things. We've got time. Lots of time to kill. I would say, I don't know, I pressed the wrong button. I would say, honestly... Okay. Probably, like, the only thing stopping me from being in any relationship whatsoever is just location. You put me, like I was saying earlier, you put me in a room with somebody, I can work some magic, okay? I was really popular in high school for a reason. And you wouldn't know it looking at me, but I was the guy everybody wanted to be around. And I'm not saying that to flex, because I'm a has-been in that regard. I'm not ashamed to admit that. But you put me in a room with actual people who are actually there, I can make people like me, and I can turn on the charm. And, you know, it's been proven when you're in a physical proximity of somebody, you know, oxytocin is produced in your brain, even if you're not doing much or anything for that matter. You know, just being in the same room as people produces oxytocin, which creates a connection between you two. Both of your brains say, hey, this feels good to be around you. Can we be around each other more? And you just... That works. You do that through any other means, and it's a little different until your brain gets rewired. Eventually, you've been online so much chronically that your brain rewires itself to go, you know, online, I will also produce oxytocin because this is as good as it gets when it comes to being near people. But you go into like a real... You go into a real life scenario, still it tops online stuff by 1,000-fold. It's really interesting. I don't know. I've seen... this is coming from like videos I've watched and stuff. Obviously, you know, take it with a grain of salt. But you know, it is a thing. Can I not get down? Please give me a ladder. Okay. I don't want to be in a relationship till I graduate. After the last two, if the right girl comes around, I can work with that. That's fair. That is fair. Trusting someone in friend zone to me, you just get promoted to family. That's why you, King, are considered a brother because you gain the trust of friendship. Heck yeah, let's go. Let's go. I'm a brother. Oh, I have a ladder. My bad. I didn't even see it. But yeah, I get that. That's fair. Trust is a really interesting thing, and building it up is really weird. I don't know. I find myself to be probably more trusting than I should be. But on the inverse of that, I find people who are, you know, the exact opposite. They don't trust people enough. And I think that's all due to just human experiences. You know, we all come from different backgrounds, and so some of us trust others more easier than others because of prior experiences or whatever. Or in the case of the internet, some of us use the internet differently for, you know, different purposes as well. Thank you for submitting your taxes. I appreciate it, Panda. Thank you. Welcome on in. You know, there are some people who use the internet not for means of connection, but rather means of escape. Escaping from whatever life they usually live, you know? And that's completely valid, too. I get that. But it does make building trust a lot harder, because you don't talk about anything of substance, necessarily. You usually just kind of talk about the weather, do a little bit of small talk, and then you might talk about personal opinions on certain things, but you know, you're not going to get into some really deep topics. That's the stuff I really like, is the deep stuff where we get into like the conversations about, you know, our mortalities and motivation and relationships and stuff like that. You know, that's where the real meat and potatoes are, I guess. Okay. Let me also check here. I just want to make sure I'm all caught up. All the girls here suck, respectfully. And I got the problem of there being no option. I've seen all the options I see. You might be better off waiting until college then. I don't know what your plans are for college or if you are aware of them. And if you don't have a plan, that's okay. You don't have to rush into one. But you might be better off waiting until college and seeing what kind of stuff you have available to you then. And there's nothing saying that you have to go to college. I know you've mentioned it a couple of times to me, so I'm assuming, and I know that's like frowned upon. Wow, how dare you assume anything, King? Can I get through here yet? I can, okay. Want to buy something? What do you got? Bombs deal 25% less damage to you. That's nice. Big stone chest recipe. We'll take that. I'm going to take the tile recipe as well. Sure, why not? Inventory full. Okay, let me sell that so I can buy this. Read it. There we go. Okay, we're good. Let's go home. So let's go this way. Let's see. Trust really is a thing people need to build up, but I'm honestly in the same boat as you, Reg. I'm too trusting of people, even if I met them like not too long ago. Yeah. I'll tell you. I'll tell you what, guys. There are very few things I wouldn't tell people. You know, there are like obviously some things I would tell some people and things I wouldn't tell other people. You know, for example, where I live. You know, most people that I meet don't know where I live, and that's for very good reasons. But for example, Gus, him and I had only talked like a handful of times before him and I really got into some deep conversation, and we talked about things that I probably wouldn't usually just talk to anybody about. You know, same can be said about, you know, Kit or, oh, what's going on here? Aha, we have a new thing to do. Okay, let's see. But yeah, I you know, there's very few things I would not talk about with just about anyone. And I think a lot of that just has to do with the fact that I don't see any gain in me being secretive about things. You know, I think. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. My mom wanted to give me a cookie, but she didn't want to come on camera. So she was like, "Do you want the rest of this?" I'm like, "That works." Yeah, I like cookies. Cookies are good. Cookies are great. What were we talking about? Trust, right? I don't see any reason being super secretive, but I do think, you know, there are some things that should be kept secret, or it's perfectly valid for other people to feel like they should be secretive over things. Everybody's got their own reasons. I do think you should be open to becoming friends with people on the internet and open to how you feel about people in general. I know some people who they go online, they have their internet friends, and, you know, to them, their internet friends are completely and totally expendable, and they can just, like, you know, with a flick of a finger say, I don't want to be friends with them anymore, I'm done. I think that's like that seems so backwards to me. I think you should be open to them being like, you know, I think you should be open to them being, you know, lifelong best friends and such. And I think a lot of people just aren't for whatever reason. Also, somehow I find entertaining that I just hear the TV and I know my grandma is watching a Spanish dating show and hearing her just mostly trash talking and complimenting the women in the show in Spanish. That sounds awesome. That sounds awesome. Reg social security number reveal when? Oh yeah, tomorrow for real. Cookie, give me cookie, where? Cookie here. It was one of the heart-shaped cookies. I don't remember where my mom got it from, but she took part of it and she said she didn't want the rest, so I'll take it. I would tell you anything, honestly. If you asked for my social security number, I would give it to you. Well, I don't want you to give me my social security number. For all you know, I could be a 40-year-old dude. So like, you know, be careful, but you know, at the same time, I also understand kind of to a certain degree. I've got people who, if they asked, I would still probably ask why you want it, and if it's a good enough reason, I would probably give it. But, you know, I've got people that, you know, if they ask where I live or, okay, we got more agricultural money, nice. If they ask where I lived or if they needed a little extra cash or whatever, I don't have a ton of money, don't get me wrong, it would still hurt. But if they ask for extra cash, you know, I'd probably be willing to give them a couple of bucks if I can. I think it's nice to have people like that, though. And let me just say again, I think it's perfectly valid if you don't trust people to not trust people. You know, there are reasons to not trust people, and a lot of that can also just do with personal experiences, like we kind of mentioned earlier. You know, sometimes you have unsavory people in life that, you know, warp your perception on what humanity is, and you know, that might not be fair to the rest of humanity for you treating them all the same, but at the same time, I also kind of get it. You know, you've been treated pretty poorly by some people, and it does make failure or rather rejection more scary. You know, I do get that to a certain degree. I've got a lot more thoughts on that, I think, but I'm gonna need to digest it for a second before I can really deep dive into it and give something that is substantial in terms of dialogue. Do that. We're gonna sell these feathers because we don't need them. I mean, I thought you were a 40-year-old dude. Gosh, I'm never gonna run away from that. Every time, man. Yeah, you're just 40 years old and you look like you're in your 20s. I thought everyone knew you were a vampire. You know, is that why all the teenage girls were into me when I was in high school? I keep seeing Twilight pop up in my streaming platforms. They're trying to get me to watch it or whatever, and it's like, I don't want to watch it, but if I did, it would be to make fun of it. But the stereotype of, you know, white teenage women having this obsession over vampires and getting bit or whatever, and it's like, that's creepy. I don't know. Do that. I've never watched Twilight, but I from what I've heard, it's kind of cringe. And there's nothing wrong with a little cringe from time to time. Let me specify that. There is plenty. There's plenty of time for cringe. Let's see, not gonna lie, this conversation is hitting hard because of how I'm feeling right now. Like, it's so funny how the crap that happens in my life ends up being talked about generally later. I get that, and by people who have nothing to do with it. It's interesting how that works out. I know what you mean. I've got a lot I could say about that. Whenever I go to Gus's chat, though, usually they're talking about something that's like, man, that kind of applies to me right now. That's that's scary. How do you guys know? Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, the trust thing in general, I think that one in specific, I do know somewhat applies to me right now. There's stuff that goes on behind the scenes, more than what anybody realizes. I'm not gonna get into it too much, but I don't know. There's been some things said, I guess, behind the scenes from some people to other people, and other people who now don't like me because of those things said, and they had nothing to do with it. And I don't get it. I don't care. If you're gonna be that way, but at the same time, it's just kind of like, I don't know. What did I do to deserve that? I'm not gonna get, any deeper than that, and that was intentionally vague. But trust kind of ties into that a little bit of like, I don't know why you don't trust me, but that's been a fun thing that's happened over the course of weeks. Still sort of going on. Probably is done because I've moved on, but I know other people are probably still going with it and still thinking about it chronically, maybe. I don't know. I just don't know how it involved me. That much I can say. I don't know how it involved me. How do we... Kent. Okay, Kent, what do you want? Roasted hazelnut or fiddlehead risotto? Let me see if I got any roasted hazelnut. I might be able to make some. Thank you for submitting your taxes, Admiral. I appreciate it. Can't believe the insane hate on Little King. What did he ever do? I don't know, man. I don't know what I did, but I got blocked over it. It was kind of funny. I don't know if I told you about that one, Swifto. I think I did. Yeah, I think I did. I did. I don't know how that one happened. I really don't. Okay, let's take the hazelnut. We'll roast it. Okay, we'll take that to Kent for his birthday present, and it'll be good. Also, ads are going to be starting in about 2 minutes. I'm going to take a break during that time so I can go get some water, because I've been yapping all day, and I need it so my throat doesn't die. I gotta be resting up a lot more this week, because Saturday, I'm intending to stream for as long as humanly possible. I say as long as humanly possible. As long as I can. It might be a 12-hour stream. I don't know. I'm not gonna force it, but with Twitch SMP being on Saturday, we're going to be streaming from 8 a.m. until I can't. And when we did our 12-hour stream, I started at 10, I want to say. Was it 10? I can't remember. I think we started at 10 and we went until 10. And that was a walk in the park, in all honesty. To me, it was. It was relatively easy because I was already up usually by then. Now, I'm not usually up by 8, but I can get up at 8. That's not hard. I'm just going to go to bed a little earlier on Friday, get 9 hours of sleep instead of the 6 I usually get, and we'll be good. I need to finish that first game of that, man. Not gonna lie, I see Nog, I just think of Nogs from Dragon Age series. Fair enough. Fair enough, dude. Okay, ads are starting in about 30 seconds. Okay, trash that. Trash that. What did we do? Amethyst for Emily. Okay, let's go. Let's start heading towards the farm. I'll pause whenever ads start. But yeah, try not to break yourself. I probably won't break myself. I don't know. I'd like to go for 12 hours because I think that'd be fun. We'd see almost all of the members of the SMP by then, I think. And I do want to say hello to everybody. That's my goal, is to say hello and do something with everybody. The sooner I get that knocked out, probably the better, because people are going to start quitting after a while. Okay. Ads are starting right now, so I'm going to go ahead and head out, but I will be back. Or we'll go inside so you guys have music. Well. Okay. There we go. I'll catch you guys after the ads are done. I'll be back. And we're back again. How's it going, everybody? Hope you're doing well. Needed that water, wow. I don't know why I don't drink it before I turn on my camera, but I don't. Who knows? Hope you're all doing well, though. We're just playing some Stardew right now, so if you joined during the Be Right Back screen, let me give you a little bit of a rundown. I don't actually know what our focus is today. I think our focus is mostly just make money, get combat done. We're almost there. It'll be easy enough. I should also say we're able to go into the old Joja Mart. So you should probably go look in there and see what's up with that. I think that's the movie theater, which means or not the old movie theater. That's going to be the movie theater. So I'm assuming that that's what it was. Is now we're going to be able to go in there and complete all the tasks to turn it into a theater. We'll see. The missing bundle. Wine, dinosaur mayonnaise, prismatic shard, ancient fruit, void salmon, caviar. Well, I can get the wine. Dino mayo is a little bit of a pain in the butt, but we can do that. Prismatic shard. We're gonna have to go to the island for that. Caviar, I think we also need to go to the island. Void salmon, I'm not sure where you get that. Ancient fruit, we would have to, I think we can do that. That is a thing. That's fun. Life's terminated, Joja. Ah, yes, good old Joja Mart. Obviously, you like to show us that you're hydrating. You know, I'll stick with that reasoning. That's a good one. I'll roll with that. That's good. It works. What do we got here? 100 pieces of bone. Grub. The bones just don't work out for me. I have a hard time getting enough bones for that to ever complete. I might have to look up a guide on how to get more bones or whatever. I need to go to the library anyway soon. Apparently we found more lost books. Let's go inside here. I'm just trying to remember what all we needed. So we needed 5 iridium bars for the anchor. We have that. We need 200 pieces of hardwood. I don't think we had that, but we need 5 battery packs for that. Okay. Let's go mine some hardwood then. And that'll be good. I'm just trying to think. Anything outside of that we would need? I don't know. I can't think of anything right now. You know, it's just about making money so that we can go do all the things. King, I look at the handheld PCs and my mind screen. Why are they so expensive? Honestly, they are very expensive. They're nice, but they are very expensive. I want to get one myself soon-ish. Because I never get to really do much gaming in my own free time. It's always either for stream or just with friends. And there's nothing wrong with gaming with friends. I like to. But I also like to, you know, just relax and play by myself. And a handheld would be really nice because I could actually have it in bed with me. So I could play it a little bit before bed. It would probably be a bad habit for me, but that would be the only time I would probably get to utilize it a lot outside of, like, trips and such. But I would really, really like to have, like, a Steam Deck or something. I think that would be fun. Because I don't have a laptop either now that I think about it. We should probably pick up some horseradish. Because of streaming and homework, I've had such a hard time to find free time to just play some single-player games. Yeah. I know exactly what you mean, Panda. That's why I was really hyped for, Spider-Man 2 coming to PC. I picked it up, and I've been disappointed because I haven't been able to play it, because it crashed out on me the first day. But I was so hyped to play it, because I was like, even if I'm playing it on stream, I'm playing it for myself more than anything. So I was really, really excited, and I'm bummed out that it didn't work out. I'm still going to play it tomorrow. They put out a couple of hot fixes. It's been a week, so I'm hopeful that it'll all be kind of working a little bit better, and, you know, things will work out. But we'll see. I don't have a whole lot of hope, but I have a little. I do have a little. But yeah, I get that, Panda. I do. I wanna ask some friends to hang out again. Just a couple, like 1 or 2. I don't know. I've been really enjoying like the private one-on-one stuff that I've had with some friends lately. Where we sit back down and we chill. I don't feel like I have gotten that in a while. But I want to do that again at some point soon. I had fun with that last month, or not last month, December. I would definitely want to do it again. Is my kid awake? Nope. Okay. That's fine, Jimbo. You rest. You rest, man. It's been a long couple of days for you. Too bad your grandparents won't come and visit. Too stubborn. They make us go up there and visit them. Let's see. Like, I'd want to play Skyrim or this one game called Skull the Hero Slayer, but I never have time. I might be able to get away with Skyrim on Steam, but that isn't where, or stream, but that isn't where my targeted audience is. I get that. I've almost picked up Skyrim when it was on sale last month, because they had a really, really good sale. And I've never played it myself, but I knew it looked like fun. It was kind of up my alley. Almost picked it up. I decided against it, because I knew I was saving for Spider-Man, but you know, it's tough because it's like, it's a game you want to play, but you never have the time, or B, you can't get away with it on stream, or you don't feel like you can, and it's tough. It's really tough, especially on YouTube. On Twitch, the expectation is that you can kind of play whatever game you want, whereas on YouTube, the algorithm serves you up to people who it thinks will like your channel, and your channel is tagged based on various things. And so it really does kind of punish you if you're a variety channel, a variety gaming channel, unless you build it up in a way that promotes community instead, but that's really hard to do. You're gonna feed Jimbo? Can I, like, take care of Jimbo for once? I've never seen him awake. Is my son even alive? Okay, he just rolled over. He's alive. Have a poppy seed muffin. You've done a great job being a mom. Do we have any field snacks in here? No? Okay. That's fine. So I just have an extra one. That's okay. Do we have anything to watch on TV? Nope. Yeah, same. I've been so busy that I've been too tired to play games. I've limited myself to one game alone and one game with friends. That's fair. That's really fair, Phoenix. I get that. I don't have much time off stream to game. I've been trying to get a little more time to myself. But a lot of that, when I do get time to myself, it's about making games rather than playing games, which is fine. You know, I enjoy making games. Or at least I feel like I'm enjoying it. I'm not good at it yet, but you know, it's a big deal to me to actually start the process, so I feel good about it, but it does suck a little bit that I'm not, you know, getting to play many things anymore. I still need to beat the rest of Miles Morales. I finished it on stream, like the story, but I didn't 100% the achievements like I wanted to. I ended up deciding to put a pause on it because I felt like it wasn't entertaining enough. Okay. I already milked you, we're good. Alright, where's my pig? You gotta do anything, Bacon? Come on out. Get me some truffles, please. Thank you. Alright, let me also come in here and get some eggs. I don't really get to play many games with any of my friends now that I think about it. We still hang out sometimes. I don't get to hang out with them as much, but most of them anyway. They're all busy. They have school and stuff, and on top of that, they're usually you know, they all play Valorant or whatever. I quit that game and I ran so fast away from Valorant. I've never felt more free. Don't get me wrong. I feel great about that, but it does make it a little harder to play with friends when, you know, we all don't play the same games anymore. Although I think recently they have been playing Minecraft again, so I could always try to hop in for some of that. But at the same time, I play so much Minecraft that I don't know if I want to start another world, you know? I kind of spoiled it yesterday, so I guess I can kind of talk about it a little bit. I started a Let's Play world that I'm going to be posting to YouTube at some point soon. That just started. I am about to start Twitch SMP. I have a couple of other things in the background that might possibly turn into other Minecraft worlds that are starting up, and you know, I can only do so much, realistically, and I don't know, I tried to join their last Minecraft world, and I had fun with it, but the problem was always just split loyalties. I can't divide my attention up that much. Which is why I'm glad for games that are, you know, kind of more one and done, not progression based, because it makes it for people like me who have, you know, so many other playthroughs going on at once. I can just kind of hop in and play when I can, and it'd be okay. It'd be bonus if it wasn't super competitive either. Not that I hate competitive games. I do think competitive games have their place. But it does make things a little more difficult. If you suck at the game, because then it's like, you know, nobody wants to be like the reason the team is losing. And they'll all tell you I'm not the reason they lose, but I'm the reason they lose. Let's be real for a second. Like, I have fun with it, but in competitive games, I'm not the guy that, you know, carries usually. We're gonna try some Prairie King for a little bit. Been a while, I need to keep myself sharp. I don't know. Friendships are cool though. I realized recently I hadn't talked to some of my friends in a while. I felt bad about it. I saw that they were online, so I just hopped in one of their calls, and you know, we kind of just started talking again. It was fun. You know, I don't regret it. I was kind of bummed out that I did miss so much, but you know, that's how that goes. I just ended up busy with other things, and is that an excuse? Probably not a good one, but you know, it's always nice catching up as well, I guess. It's hard to keep up with everybody. You have to start picking lists and stuff. It's tough. I don't know how many of you guys use Facebook Messenger, if any of you. That might be outside of your age group. I don't know. Some of you probably are like, ew, Facebook. I don't know. But they have this new feature that they've been really trying to push on me. And it keeps saying, look back on your memories with insert person here. And it's like, I don't want to go back and look at some of these memories with some of these people, because I don't talk to them anymore, for one. So, like, it does me, like, zero good. But I know it's also probably sending them the same exact message. And I'm just like, I don't want them to try to talk to me again, you know? I want to be free. We left things off at a pretty okay place, and I'm okay with that. But Facebook keeps saying, no, you've got to talk to them. You've got to talk to them. It makes me so sad. I'm sure there's a way to turn it off, but I don't know. I don't like Facebook Messenger very much, just because I'm not on there. I'm on Discord. I like Discord. That is the primary place. If you need to get a hold of me, you probably can. Although, if you're trying to get a hold of me through Discord, then you're probably not one of my real-life friends, so I don't know. I'm just glad nobody's trying to ring my phone anymore. That used to be, like, really common. People just, like, as soon as they got my phone number, they wanted to call it, like, all the time. I'm like, I can't do that. I'm very careful with who I get my phone number to nowadays. There's only a handful of people I can say that actually have it. Less than 30. And that includes family. I'll say that much. That includes family members. I feel pretty proud of that. That way I know when somebody... Oh, I didn't mean to do that crap. When somebody's calling me, it's usually pretty important. That, or it's, it could be just a case where, you know, I have spam calls or whatever, but... And that is usually the vast majority of it. It's usually spam calls, but on the off chance it's not, you know, I'm... Wow, this is really weird to look at. The vast majority of cases, that's spam call, but I always look immediately, because I know if it is anybody that's actually of value to me, then it's probably an emergency, because they're calling me through my actual phone number instead of wherever else. Okay, there we go. I just needed, there we go. Money. Heck yeah. We're at 15 right now. I need, I think, 15 more to get the next bullet upgrade, which is what I really, really want. So we're going to try to get that if we can. Oh, that's a new one. Hang on. I will hit that in a second, unless there's a mod in chat. If there's a mod in chat, can you take care of that for me? I must not have that variation of cheap viewers blocked on the block terms list, sadly. I had so many of them blocked, but I must have missed that one. Crap, I tried to get it. Take me. Oh boy. Just let me quickly run around and clear up all of these guys. Okay. Come on, give me a little bit more money, please. Hey guys, I need 20 deep questions for getting to know somebody. This is definitely not for homework. Okay. Let me think. So, 20 deep questions for getting to know somebody. Okay, I would say, what do you think happens after we die? Where do you see yourself in the next 4 years? What is what would you say is your biggest accomplishment? Do you feel like family is important? Yet why or why not? Trying not to like come up with too many in the same vein. I'm trying to get some different areas, you know? If you were in charge of the country or the world, whatever you want to do, what is 3 things you would change? And how? What are 3 things you would change and how would you do it? That's 5. I can't think of too many more, but those are some things I don't usually go out and ask those, but I have asked some of those. I will say that much. Some of those are really good opener questions to conversations if you're talking to somebody you've not talked to much before. And GG, easy. Thank you, no problem, Panda. No problem. Alright, let's do it. We're on the next section. I think I can win this, probably. I usually get through almost the entire section before I get hit. Whew. I'll make sure to use these for my definitely not a homework assignment. Oh, you got it, dude. Go for it. They're totally not homework assignment. My favorite. Those are always tough ones, though. I get if it was a homework assignment, theoretically, which it's not, you know, it's not. It's definitely not. But if it were, I would totally get why you would be saying, like, yo, and you guys got any ideas? Because those are such open-ended questions, and they're so annoying. Because, like, I could name you 5 there, but I'm trying not to be super repetitive, and I'm sure that's probably a similar thought running in your head of, like, I need to name 20 questions, and they can't be, like, super, super repetitive. They've got to be deep. Dang it, I died. Okay. Well, that we had a good run. But, you know, it gets really tough. It gets really, really tough to start naming, you know. I got 5. I definitely couldn't come up with 15 more. I can tell you that much. That would be tough. Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. They just dropped another truffle. Go get it. Okay. Let's see, what am I gonna do? Let's go to Emily, bring her the amethyst, and then we'll give her a fish taco as well. I think she's the fish taco, right? Oh, we've already fully leveled her, and it wasn't fish taco for her. Who's fish taco? I'm not scrolling, people. Okay. I could have swore there was a fish taco somewhere in here. Who likes it? Caroline. Okay, I had the wrong dyed hair in mind. Okay. Well, luckily, we only need one more heart with her, so I'm just gonna go ahead and give it to her. It'll be fine. I think it'll boost our friendship up to the full. So we'll run into the store and we'll give it to her really quick. It won't take too long. I also need to find a leak for Will, or... Oh, it's Sandy. Sal, Will, I was like, Willie needs a leak. Gotcha. Oh boy, stop telling me how to live my life. Hey, cut it out. We're letting you live here free of charge until you finish school. It seems like you don't appreciate that at all. Stop trying to make me feel guilty. I appreciate that you and Dad are helping me out, but expecting me to dress the way you want is ridiculous. I'm not a little girl anymore, Mom. You're right. I'm sorry. Is someone there? Maybe. No. Hide. Hide, King. Hide better. I swear this house is haunted. I think I hid very well. You wanted your fish taco. Where's the fish taco? Wait, hang on. There you go. Enjoy. Okay, we're leaving. Conflict resolved. I didn't even have to do anything, you know? I just accidentally made a little bit of sound, and, you know, it may have heard. I may have been heard, but I was not spotted. So basically, you know, they stopped talking because of that. Unintentionally. Should probably be careful here. Oh, okay. Great, everyone has their stone. Now, close your eyes and take slow, deep breaths. Focus on your lungs. They have the infinity stones. Visualize the pure energy flowing into your body with every breath. And when you exhale, feel all the tension and negative energy flowing out, leaving you more and more relaxed with every breath. Now, open your heart to the vibrational frequency of your stone. Do you feel anything? Nope. I do. Of course Marnie would. Relaxed. And she's just asleep. Fair enough. I get it. I would probably fall asleep too. Looks like the gemstones are put to good use. You know, as long as somebody's enjoying them, who am I to judge? Are you here? You're not here. Okay. Where is she? Oh, hi Sam. I didn't realize you could see me there, my bad. Emily, where would you be? It's the 5th. Not that I know your schedule, really. You're not at work. Are you on the beach? If you're not in the beach, then I don't know where you would be. I don't think she ever really visits the water. I don't see her over here. Okay. I guess I never I didn't collect my task from Lewis, did I? That one I got like a while ago. Oh well. Shane is out of a job. I just realized since Jojo Mart left, he doesn't have a job anymore. That's a little unfortunate for him. Oh well. You know, he doesn't. It's fine. Hungry, need fruit. Dried coconut, cherry jelly. Okay. I think we can actually get both of those relatively soon. What do we got over here? Okay, okay. That all works. Rare seed, sow and fall takes all season to grow. I don't remember what the rare seed was. I think we grew one. I think. I don't remember though. It's probably fine. We can leave it alone. Okay. Grab some hardwood really quick. I need to check when we get back to the house how much hardwood we have. We might be able to start sailing out to Ginger Island, which would be really, really good for us. Because we need to get prismatic shards and stuff like that. Okay. You down here. Yes, you. There we go. Wow. Sorry, that was tired. It was the tiredness already. Oh, hello. There you go. I don't know if any of you guys watch much movies or TV or anything, but if you guys have been watching anything, what have you guys been up to lately in terms of entertainment? You know, I've been on the search for new stuff. And everything I watch is usually pretty boring. And I don't like watching things by myself either, so I usually watch with my brother, and if it's not with him, if it's usually me watching YouTube or something. I tried to watch part of The Acolyte on Disney Plus, that one Star Wars show. It's not terrible for the first episode anyway. I never watched any more after that though, so it's not like super compelling to me anyway. What's your opinion on anime? I haven't found the right one for me. I'm sure it's good, but I have not had much luck myself. So, you know, I personally don't enjoy it a whole lot, but I'm sure it's also just I haven't found the right one or whatever. Seen any Studio Ghibli? I have not. But, I have had a friend offer to watch one of them with me. I don't remember which one, but it was one of them. I have heard they're good though. Those are like peak from what I understand. What am I doing? We need to go back to the farm. I'm questioning my pronunciation on it. Was that actually Ghibli or was it Ghibli? Is it soft G or hard G? Actually, I should have asked this question first. What is your problem with some animes? Usually, it's the, G, not a J. Okay, gotcha. Usually, it's like the overacted, everything. It's very expressive, usually. Which is fine, it's just, it's a little over-expressive for me, personally. That's one of my big ones. And some people like that. That's just me. Personal preference. That's usually my major gripe. Outside of that, some of the content is questionable at best. Sometimes, some of it is like actually like really good story. Other times, it's just kind of like, okay, that was a little creepy of you to put that in there. What is it with some of these animators and the way they draw these teenage girls who go to high school very clearly in the show? I don't know why you chose that specific style choice. Interesting. You know, that's another one, but that's like a whole different other side of anime that usually, you know, that would not fall under Studio Ghibli's general MO. Where's my wife? Honey? Where'd she go? Honey? Leah? Oh, you're hiding behind the bush. I had Vietnam flashbacks all of a sudden, dude. What the heck? Alright. I definitely like to recommend some Studio Ghibli. I haven't seen all their stuff, but there's stuff that I've seen. It's really good, emotional, and pretty chill for the most part. Okay. That's pretty cool, then. I'll probably look into it, then. I used to watch... What was it? Sonic X, I think. It was Sonic the Hedgehog anime. That one was like... Oh boy, it was a trip. And I rewatched it like... Maybe... It had to have been over 5 years now. But I rewatched it at some point and I couldn't get through it. And it was because a lot of it was very, it was very much overacted. It had some good story points, but man, it was, it needed some help. And then, I've watched some episodes of Attack on Titan, with some of my friends. They were watching it and it just happened to be on. I was like, okay, I'll watch a little bit with you. Those were cool. I liked the premise. It was kind of neat, but again, the overacting killed it for me. I just couldn't get into it. The story was phenomenal. It was just... I felt like everything was being yelled at me and I just couldn't do it. It felt like... It was kind of like watching a Mr. Beast video to me. You know? Everything's being yelled directly at everything, and it's like, I can't do it. I just can't. Let's see, I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees. For some reason, they're speaking Vietnamese. Are you pregnant? No. I actually have a baby. Let me introduce you to Jimbo. All he does right now is sleep, but he's up here. He's my son. I love him very much. It's time for his daily waterboarding. Also, it's good to see you, Oswald. What? I'm an uncle now? Yup, you're an uncle. Oh, she's asleep. Okay. We're all uncle chat. You are collectively uncle chat. During the night... Oh, I didn't know Laden was a girl. We had Osama bin Laden. I don't know what else to call the goat. I didn't know we were able to have a baby goat. Okay. So, um, a kid. It's a kid. It's a kid indeed. Yo, I'm an uncle, boys. Welcome to the club. One of us. Oh gosh. Okay, what do we call the new goats? Um, we could call it name after me, Cheek. All right, Cheek it is. Fits in with its parents, Osama bin Laden. I don't know how the goat gave birth because I think they're all women, but you know, it's fine. It's because I'm the goat. Let's go. Oswald is the goat. I don't like what that implies with the rest of their names. We can ignore that though. Wait, is my son able to play yet? I want to play with Jimbo. Nope, he's still asleep. Okay. Lame. Babies are so boring. Like, you have them and then they don't want to do anything for like 7 months. And then all of a sudden they want to start running around doing everything. I apologize. Ads are going to be starting soon. Have you ever played D&D? No, but I have kind of wanted to. I just don't have like a group to do it with, you know? I've had people offer, but I need people who are like really, really patient. Cause I'm really, really slow. I got far enough to make a character sheet. And then I needed to do a backstory and I just couldn't get one. I was struggling. And then eventually I just kind of burned myself out of the idea. But I want to do it. I do. At some point I think it would be a lot of fun. It's really tough though, because like, for example, where I'm at, there's no way I could do it in person. Online I have some people that do it, but finding a time that all of our times actually link up and work out is tough. So we were gonna do a one-shot, and I dropped out of that one because of the fact that I just couldn't get a character background created in a way that I felt happy with it. I don't know. Let's see. Ads. Oh no. Dog FedEx has reminded me how much I hate desk jobs. You feeling pretty tied down to your desk, I take it. It's not a fun job, but I don't blame you for hating it either though. It gets boring. I hated working at Walmart as a cashier because it's just standing in one spot for the entirety of your shift. Like, it's so old so quickly. I spent 2 shifts training, aka sitting in front of a computer for 6 hours doing classes, and it sucks. I can't stand up. I hate that. That's awful. That is actually awful, dude. What the heck? I just want to stand up and do something not on a screen. I don't blame you. That was one thing I will say about Walmart, with it being such an unprofessional working atmosphere. When I was working there, all I had to do, when I walked into work that day, they said, "Hey, we really need you on the floor. You haven't done any training, have you?" I'm like, "No." And they said, "Well, you can do that at the end of your shift." And I didn't ever get my computer training done until I was getting ready to leave. They said, hey, you never took your training, and we're getting notifications on it because you've been working here almost a year. And I'm like, yeah, and they're like, you have to take that. I'm like, but I'm leaving in like 1 week. Yeah, that's too bad. Okay, that's fine. That's whatever. I got paid to sit there and look at screens for my last couple of days. I still have to pay attention, though, was the worst part. Let's see. The normal job is basically a cashier job, and it's great. We got a guy come in and tried to ship a $20,000 custom handmade axe. Custom wasn't anywhere in there. Handmade axe, and it was awesome. You never know what to expect. That sounds awesome. That sounds awesome, dude. What the heck? That's cool. I remember you telling me about the robbing video. Oh yeah, ADD, attack, deny, defend. Avoid, deny, defend. I have a different ADD in mind. You see, Walmart, they had this whole training program put together, and it's avoid, deny, defend, and in case of an active shooter. And, I don't know what was going on in my head, but I was like, no, nuh-uh, we ain't avoiding. In my Walmart, it was open floor. There's no avoiding. You just spin around it, like you load up to AKs or ARs, whatever you want to do, and you just spin. You just lock, load, and spin because it was all open floor. There was no walls to block off any stray bullets. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna attack if he's nearby. If he's away, then I can avoid. But like, everything that they were showing me was if the shooter was within like 50 feet of you. It's like, if he's within 50 feet, he probably sees me. There's not much avoiding there. I'll take my chances hiding through the clothing until I can strangle him. That was my defense maneuvers. Training before you quit is diabolical. Yep. I didn't take training at all before that. It was so much fun. Let's see. Attack. Nah, I had to watch a video like that today. It's so annoying because, like, they also say, like, it could be anyone. It could be a parent. It could be a friend. It could be a stranger. It could be a coworker. And they had us doing, like, all of that around the same time because it refreshes for everybody around the same time period. And, so, like, the entire day, like, a couple of days of that, we're all looking at each other super suspicious because they're like, if there were a shooter, it would be you. If any of us were going to be a shooter, it would have to be you. And they're all looking at you doing the same exact thing. It cast so many seeds of suspicion amongst us. It was awful. Everybody was so paranoid for months. Shooter? Yeah, so when I worked at Walmart, they made us watch these active shooter threat videos for if you ended up in a shooting, what you have to do. And so it's ADD, avoid, deny, defend. And so the premise is, that's your 3 steps. So your first step should be avoiding. Now that was mainly for people who work in the office buildings or anything like that. If you're in the back end of Walmart, you can avoid. If you're in the front end, you're screwed. But if you're in the back end, you're probably fine. You can avoid. And so your point is you should avoid them. You should stay away from them. It's very similar to how schools work. I believe you guys have something very similar to this where it's avoid, deny, defend. So you avoid the shooter. You try to get out of the building if you can, but you just try to get as far away from them as possible. Then you need to deny. So if you can't get out of the building or you can't avoid them, then you need to deny them entry to your space. Whether that mean you barricade your door, you That was the big one. I can't remember. There were a couple of other ideas they had in there, but you deny entry to wherever you are. Again, that only really works if you're in the office space, because everywhere else you can't really deny entry to. Um, and then you had defend, which was if you cannot defend yourself, or if you cannot avoid or deny entry, then that means you are going to have to defend yourself. And so in the video, I specifically remember they were like, it was so cringy. They basically said, you know, since they're out to kill people, you can play dirty. That means use anything as a weapon that's near you. It could be a box cutter, it could be a keyboard, it could be a telephone. And so they had somebody with this old-fashioned telephone. They had, of course, a computer keyboard. It was only like a 50% too, which is even funny. And then they had somebody with a box cutter, and then they showed them lightly tapped person with the keyboard, and then they fall. And instead of, disarming the person and taking their gun, they just ran. They kept running. And I'm sitting there going, okay, first off, I wouldn't hit them over the head with a keyboard. I would be taking that box knife. If we're getting close enough to hit them with the keyboard, we're putting it into it. We're going for the throat with the box cutter. But whatever, fine. I know it's a training video, whatever, fine. Alternatively, when I worked at Walmart anyway, there were these posts with cleaning products on them, and there was usually a really long stick with like a mop on the end of it, or a broom, depending on where you were in the store. You get one of those, they're actually somewhat weighted. You can kind of maneuver that properly. You can jab them in places that are gonna really hurt. I'm just saying, avoid, deny, defend my butt. It's attack, deny, defend. You attack him. If you're losing the battle, then you avoid, and then you defend. But the best defense is a quick and decisive offense. Change my mind. I may go down, but they're going down with me. Sorry, ads, but to say what I was going to say about the D&D thing, I'm actually a DM. I've thought about it at some point, maybe running a D&D game for a bunch of streamers, so if that is something you'd be interested in, I'd be cool with it. This is, of course, something that I would do, like, in the future, since I have so much going on already. Yeah, dude, let me know when. I'd be down to try at least a one-shot, see, see how much I like it. I've never done D&D before. I would need somebody who's willing to basically hold my hand the entire time and kind of go, King, you can't do that. King, you can do that. Somebody to help me make my character, because I don't know the first thing about that. I always struggle with it. That kind of stuff. But I'd be interested. Especially if there's other people I know who are in the campaign, or in the game. Because I don't know, when I don't know people super, super well, I have a hard time knowing my limits. And so either I go too far over a line and then it throws off the vibes, or I'm too busy trying to not cross the line, so I hold back too much. So ideally, if there's some other people in it that I also know, that would make it even better, sweeten the deal. But also, I know that's not always doable, so I'm not picky. Okay, let's do that. There we go. It's a little better. Okay. Sow the doubt in one another so that they never rebel. It's funny. I've also ran for new players, so I'd be willing to handhold the baby reg. Let's go. I definitely need it. I know some people who play D&D, and I'm so intrigued how people get into it. Like, that's the thing. You gotta know people who are already interested in it in order to, like, get a game going, technically. Like, and, like, that's a whole other process. Like, okay, like, you know about it. I know about it. We're gonna learn to do it together, and then, like, how do you find more groups? Like, I don't know how that happens. It's cool. I suppose if you have a large enough friend group, it's not too hard to put together a group and say, hey, we're gonna try this for a game idea really quick and just try to run it, see what happens. But I don't know, I've never really had huge friend groups now I think about it. I shouldn't say huge, but large enough for D&D. I've never had one like that. Probably gonna ask like Ant, Ice, Frog maybe, and I've thought about Kitrix, but I don't think I know her that well. I don't know if she's ever said this publicly, but I'm gonna dox her a little bit. She has mentioned D&D to me before, like she has played. So you might be able to offer. Who knows? She might be willing. Perhaps. Here's your dab, Admiral. It just kind of depends on schedule. I know she wouldn't be able to do like a full commitment just because, like I said, scheduling is fun. School keeps her so busy. As it does with most of us here, I suppose. But, she has mentioned D&D before, I can say that. I think she's mentioned it on her stream. So I don't think I'm giving, like, the whole world new information here, right? I'm pretty sure that's in public. School is something. School is a thing. It is indeed something. It's always in the way. But it is important, I guess. I don't know. I think school has its place. It's so intrusive nowadays. That's why I really... It's a double-edged sword, you know? Homeschoolers, they get a lot of bad rep for this because they're, you know, weird or whatever. But they don't have to... When they don't go to school and, like, spend so many hours there, and homework is a bogus thing that was made up and now forced upon everybody. You know, we don't have that at my school. And I don't know, it's sad what public school has kind of become in that regard, because it's just like, it's so much. I think college is different. I think it should be a little less than what it is, but I think it's a little, it at least makes sense. You're getting specified job training. However, I think honestly what should happen is you go to a job and they pay for your training, rather than you go and pay for your own training and then maybe get a job. They made homework up as a punishment, but they said it wouldn't be fair, so now everyone has to suffer. Yeah. Well, and I mean, it counts towards grades now, which is like the worst part. In my opinion, homework should be something that's there to help students. But instead, it's there as a mandatory thing. It shouldn't be mandatory. It's like, if you're struggling with the concepts and you need help with it, do the homework. If you aren't struggling, then you don't need to do the homework. And if you're still struggling after you do the homework, then it's okay. We'll talk about it and we'll figure out a way to make it make sense. I don't know. I've got a lot of interesting things to say about public school and school in general. As you guys could probably tell, I have a huge disdain towards college. I think it's kind of a scam to a certain degree. I think it's great for people who it works out for, but you go to school, get a piece of paper that says you know how to do the thing, but you could have learned how to do the thing yourself for 10 times cheaper. But because you have the piece of paper, suddenly you're more qualified, but you're also in more debt than everybody else because of that. And college costs so much money. It's so ridiculous. I mean, there are ways to get out of college a little cheaper, but still. I don't know, there's a lot of things to say about college. Especially in the tech field. I'm sorry. Most IT people are self-taught. You don't need a fancy degree to say I know how to do IT. Especially stuff where it's like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna come to your computer and make sure it's all set up properly. You know what that is? They're going to train you on their system in specific and say, okay, usually our employees use 2 monitors. We use these machines as our standard issue. These are our softwares. We're going to teach you how to use them. You don't need a degree to get taught that same stuff at a job. They're going to teach you their way. It's like, I don't know. Maybe I'm dumb. But like, I don't know. That just seems a little wrong. And I'm not anti-college. I think college is good for some people. I think it's good for opportunities for people to get out of the house, especially. Forces some people to, learn how to live on their own to a certain degree. It's kind of hard to move on and get going when your parents are there to still hold your hand. And for some people, they need their parent to hold their hand, and that's okay, but college kind of nudges you along and says, like, hey, you gotta start figuring some things out. And it's terrifying, but it does sort of start to push you that way. At a school where it isn't mandatory for most classes, luckily, that's good. I'm glad to hear it. I think there are resources that colleges have that you can't normally access, but you do still definitely have a point. Yeah, I mean, there are some things where, like, that is the case. Mostly, like, they have internship, they usually have internship connections. So they all have connections with local businesses where they can get you an internship. So if you're going into... one thing, for example, is, like, film. A lot of film-related degrees, like, I can't remember any of them. But a lot of those film-related degrees, anyway, they have internships with a lot of the big companies that work in that area, and they say, hey, we'll send you in as an intern. It'll get you some work experience so that you can put it on your resume. That's about the only nice thing a lot of colleges do, and even then, I don't know if that's a lot or if it's most. It's one of those two. It's not all. I know that much. That would be the only reason I would consider going to school, honestly. Let's see. You can't get a good paying job for the first few years after college, so the debt builds up. Yep. Unless they offer job placement help, the college is kind of gonna hurt you in the long run, sadly. Unless you get your 2-year from your community college, which you can usually do relatively cheap or for free, depending on how good of a student you were. I think that the college should be a thing that's more affordable and for our education system to be better funded, but that's a whole other matter. I think colleges are bloated with stuff that they shouldn't be focusing on. That's kind of part of the issue, I think. some of them try to do too much, and so they require more money, and they don't manage their finances well enough. For example, one college I'm aware of anyway, they had to beg for money from people sending their kids to school there to help fund a building, and then they still went into debt over that building when they did fund it. They still ended up taking a loan in order to pay off the building. A lot of schools just have that issue of mismanaging their funds, and it's like, I don't know how that happens. Especially when you're teaching people how to be accountants and whatever. Like, I feel like you should be able to set a good example for your school. I don't know, that's just me. I have a lot to say about that. Yeah. And then they started working on the next building. Yep. Yeah, immediately after that, they start going, okay, we're going to add another new building. And it's like, I don't know. I feel like you should be able to figure out how to do this without going into debt. That's just me. No concern about paying the debt. Nope. None. Because a college that's in debt, you know what they're going to do? They're just going to pass that on to their students, the people that are paying them. And that just means they're going to jack up prices on degrees so that they can say, oh, well, yeah, you guys are helping us pay. You're going to help us pay off this. And it's like, no, you shouldn't have bought it in the first place. On top of that, you know, you're throwing a bunch of money down the drain for activities like this when nobody asked for an activity like that. For example, one that I can think of is like they'll occasionally do stuff like oh shoot, it just left me. Well, it's gone. I can't tell you what it was, but let the students do stuff. Let the students do their own stuff. And you know, if they ask for permission or whatever, they can host a pizza party or whatever, and just request that everybody brings their own pizza. Don't tell the school, hey, the school's gonna fund, you know, the pizza party or whatever. I think the school should fund some of that stuff, but if the school doesn't fund as much stuff, they can focus on getting quality teachers, paying quality teachers, and then they can also keep their degree prices down so that it's more affordable to get education. That's the same thing with like most schools. Their budgets are so bloated with a lot of useless crap that, quite frankly, it makes it so that it's not fair. It's not fair, for example, that teachers need to supply their own classrooms. A lot of schools require their teachers to get their own supplies. That's ridiculous, especially when you're not paying teachers as much as you should. That's a whole other can of worms. But you've got that going on. Teachers just don't get paid very much at all. Then they have to pay for their own supplies. Then you've got the school just not paying for it. If the school pay for it and then cut budgets in other spots, where it's kind of like, okay, yeah, we don't need to do this, we can do this, we should do this. You almost need like a have to do, want to do, or no, have to do, should do, want to do. You know, that should be your priority list. These things have to be done. That's where our money has to go. If we have more after that, then we should do the should do's. And if we have money after that, then it should go to the want to do's. And it's like these people just haven't ever like had to save money for anything in their life. I don't know. I've come from a long line of people who haven't been well off. My parents aren't exactly what you'd call well off. They just manage their money well enough that we can live like we are well off. If schools would actually, like you said, the school district has been managing their money terribly. They've been making so many budget cuts. Yeah, if they would manage their money properly, they wouldn't have to make so many budget cuts, and they wouldn't have to cut things that are important to them. It's one of those things. A lot of people do this even in their personal finance. I think today will be the last day 7 of spring. Oh, we got the millionaire achievement. I have officially earned 1 million. But people do this in their personal budgets as well. They don't budget. And so what ends up happening is I already know how to cook stir fry. Why? Okay. They don't budget. And so when you don't budget, what ends up happening is you don't know where your money goes. And you're just like, I don't understand where all of our money went. What happened to it? It's because you started spending it willy-nilly when you first got it. And then you realize, oh shoot, I have this incoming expense and I need to save for it. And now you have to live scraping by until you get more money. And that happens with a lot of businesses, a lot of schools. They spend all their money right then and there in the first section of the year, and then they have to scrape by because they overspent in the first part of the year, and then now they're trying to figure out how in the world they can make it through the rest of the year. It's like, you shouldn't have to worry about that. If you just stick to a stupid budget, which isn't hard, it's not. I promise you, I could probably sit down and I could probably figure it out for these schools. It's not hard. I don't know. I don't need a fancy piece of paper telling me that I can put numbers into a calculator to tell you if you're spending 90% of your budget, you're probably not doing too hot. You should be saving. I don't know what the rules are on this. I think you can save even in schools and such. But your education, your school district or whatever, they should be saving like 10 to 15% of their budget and trying to collect interest on it. Or at least just putting it back so that it's able to cover any emergencies that might happen. Like, oh no, insert thing here happened and we're getting sued because of negligence or whatever. I don't know. That 10% would hopefully cover it. You should just have extra money set aside anyway. It usually probably would end up being the state that takes the brunt of that anyway, but it's just like managing money. It's not rocket science, is all I'm trying to say. I mean, for example, my money, it works for me. I sit here and I stream for as much as I do because I told my money to sit in the bank and I didn't touch it. And it worked. I had enough money that I could sit there and I can play video games I played video games for 3.5 years now, and I haven't had to go work another job. I feel like I'm doing something right. Now, of course, what I'm doing is a little more than just playing video games, but for the sake of, you place the beets in the fridge, wait a second, there's a note taped to the milk, it's addressed to you. Good job, kid. Your final task, give the sand dragon his last meal. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot to say about schools and their mismanagement of money. I think schools can do some really good things, but at the same time, it's... As an American citizen who does pay taxes occasionally, whenever I make a lot of money, I pay my sales tax, okay? That is something I do. I can't say for certain where that ends up going, but I'm assuming it probably ends up going to fund schools at some point along the way. Whether it's because of my income tax or because of my I just said what it was, my sales tax, or whether it be Walmart's income tax. You know, along the way, at some point it goes to the schools. You know, if you're mismanaging my money that severely, then you should just give it back to me so I can put it to work for you. And I will show you how you can make your money make money by investing it, or I know the government really, when they're trying to fund schools, they shouldn't be investing it necessarily, although putting money into a school is an investment because you're investing in the future, but that's a whole other deal. I got a lot of thoughts on education in specific, and I think I could probably write up a really serious education reform, and it would probably turn out pretty okay in my opinion. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother time. Ah, King, I've been waiting for you. What's up? Have I ever told you I used to be married? No, I don't think you did. Strange, I know, for a man like me, but it's true. I mean, you've got some pretty good riz, my guy. My wife and I were together for many years until I made a mistake that drove her away. Her anger and envy were so intense that she turned green and began flying around the countryside, cursing everything in her path. Really? When I found out, I sealed this passage to her home, fearing that an innocent villager might fall prey to her dark magic. But now it must be unsealed, for when we separated, she took my magic ink. I need that magic ink back. I would do this myself, but I can't see her again. That's why I need your help. In order to unseal this passage, you'll need a dark talisman. Talk to Krobus in the sewer. He should know where to find one. I'm counting on you. If you can retrieve my magic ink, I promise I'll make it worth your while. Now, go. Oh, okay. Dark talisman, gotcha. Let's see. Make sure to do a bit more research on the topic if you were interested in writing that sort of thing. Oh, absolutely, yeah. If I were to actually sit down and write it, I would do a lot of research, but I probably won't. But it is tempting, I'm not gonna lie. It is tempting to do, because everybody overcomplicates some of this stuff. It's just kind of like, I don't know. I don't think, this might be an unpopular opinion. I don't think our government should ever be in debt. And yet, if you ever want to look it up, look up what the national debt is. It's really interesting. That's, you know, number one problem in America, I would argue. We wouldn't have any economic issues if we would just pay off our national debt. And all you gotta do to do that is come under budget. So instead of budgeting over what you can pay, budget what you can. And if it doesn't fit, then you need to rework your budget. And that starts with salary cuts. Sorry, politicians, that's just the way it is. I do think they should get paid, and I do think it should be fair for what they have to endure. I mean, a lot of them get death threats, but, you know, at the end of the day, you sign up to kind of be a public servant of a certain degree, and you know, I think you should get paid something fair, and it's going to be more than minimum wage. I could say that for sure. It would probably be very well off still, but you know, if you can't come in under budget, it's coming out of your salary. I don't know. Honestly, man, you're absolutely right. I'd say more about the topic, but it would get too political. I'm trying to be careful because I don't want to get political, but as with anything where it's dealing with taxes, management of money, the national debt, all that stuff, it ends up ending up in politics. Sadly. But I hear you there. I try not to get political if I can. It ends up going that way almost inevitably. Sadly. I'm tired, need to go take a shower. All right, see you later, Panda. I hope you have a good rest of your night. It was good talking to you, by the way. I hope you have a good rest of your night, and I'll see you again at some point eventually. Hope you have a good rest of your night. And we're just gonna keep doing our thing. We're actually wrapping up relatively soon, I think. We'll probably finish up this day. And then we'll probably call it quits there. It's almost 11:30. It's 11:12 for me. I don't usually get to stream super late just because usually I'm wiped out by the time it hits like 10. But I'm feeling pretty good right now. I'll take it. Okay, let me go over here. We're gonna chop some wood really quick. I don't know, have we gotten much done at all today? I don't think we have, really. But it's okay. I have a thumbnail idea in mind for tonight's stream. Since I try to get a thumbnail done for every stream, and you know, it's gotta be something related to what we've done. It forces me to get better at thumbnails, but it also it's good for the YouTube VOD channel. I think I've got a good idea though in mind for this one. I try to come up with it before I start working on it, because otherwise it's clear I don't know my art direction or why my title and thumbnail don't match up or whatever. So I've got some things in mind that could work there. We'll see. We shall see. Let's see, okay. I'm saying see a lot. Let's go upstairs. up to the house really quick. And we're gonna put away some of this stuff and see where we're at with it. I haven't taken care of my animals yet. That's, not great. Okay. Inventory is full right now. I gotta leave and then come back. Okay, that's fine. What we got? Got milk, and we got milk, and we got some oil to press. Okay. How much wood we got? We almost have enough for the boat. That's good. I just need a little more. Did I talk to you today? I did. Okay, we're good. Alright, what I'm gonna do really quick is throw you away. Throw you away. Okay. Let me get back in here. That is a pig. Pigs do not produce milk. Surprise, surprise. I think I milked all of them. Although we have a baby goat now. I need to go look at it, don't I? I kind of forgot I had one. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, we don't have room for the duck eggs. Let's get rid of this void egg. There we go. Okay. Wait, where's my baby goat? There you are. Cheek. Cheek looks really happy today. I can't pet you or anything either. Can I? Did I milk you? I did, okay. Just wanted to be sure. Alright. Snooze the ads. Okay, let me out. Okay. Let's make ourselves some stuff. Like mayo. And then we needed to make cherry jam, I want to say. I think it was cherry jam. And then dry coconut. Let me just see, how do you make dry coconut? The coconut is an inedible foraged fruit. Recipes. Okay. That didn't really do anything. Although it is inedible, you may put it in a preserves jar to make coconut jelly, or into a keg to make coconut wine. Okay. Doesn't say anything about dried coconut. There's a Reddit post about it. You put 5 coconuts on a dehydrator. Okay. How do you make a dehydrator? I don't know if I have one yet or not. I don't know what it would even look like, to be honest. Well, I don't think I've unlocked it yet, so I'm going to have to wait a little bit longer. But we'll get one. We'll get one eventually. Let's see. I'm going to sell off these beets. I just don't need them anymore. Okay. Now I can go back inside. I'm just gonna make sure everything is put away that I can put away. Where's my apples? I have you. I'm gonna swap that out for the gold one. We can sell all of those. Do we have gold salmon berry? We do, okay. So I can sell all of this. And just trying to think if there's anything else I need to do before we wrap things up. Let's go up here, just make sure there's nothing I need to forage. Aha, a leek. Oh, we need to talk to Krobus. Let's go talk to Krobus, and then we'll swing by George. And we'll give him the leek. That way, he's a little extra happy. I think he just needs one more heart with me in order to be, like, besties. And, you know, we might as well. We might as well be besties with the old guy. You know, he doesn't have many friends. In fact, since we're already swinging by here right now, let me just get in there. Hello, good sir. Oh, I just reached 10 heart levels with 8 people. Let's go. It's my favorite thing. Thank you. You're welcome. Aren't you cold? They don't make sweaters like they used to. I think you're sick, but it's okay. I don't judge you, man. We made a lot of good friends. We need to make some more bean hot pot, it seems, for Demetrius. Oh man, I could always give him blueberry or grape until he yields that last heart. We need to get Gus something that he loves. I don't know what he loves though. That's tough. Alright, let's go talk to Krobus and see what this Dark Talisman is about. Luckily, we're already here by the sewer. Hello, good sir. How are you today? What's that you're looking for? A Dark Talisman? Now that you mention it, I did have one in my possession not too long ago. Unfortunately, I dropped it while exploring that tunnel in the far corner. Things started heating up in there, so I left in a hurry and sealed the entrance. You seem pretty sturdy though, so I'll open it back up for you. Just be careful, okay? Okay, I'll go that way. So I'm still a little wary of humans. My shop is still open to you, however. What do you got? Cool. Wizard catalog, nice. Okay. That return scepter is nice. Okay, let's go this way. And see if we can go see what's through this door. Oh boy. This is a little creepy, but it's fine. I don't know if we can find a Dark Talisman in here or not. We don't have like a ton of time. These guys don't hurt, so I'll take it. Boom. I've never seen this part of the game before, I'm not gonna lie. This is the first for me. Okay. I'm assuming we just keep going up. Ah, yes. You dropped it in a chest. It's covered in bug slime? That's fine. I'm also covered in bug slime. Okay, just need to make sure we covered the... or got rid of the ad break before it came in. Okay, I think that's all of the creatures in here. Okay, let's leave. Go talk to... I don't know if we need to talk to Krobus or what. I might just need to talk to the wizard about it. We'll see. Let me just see if Krobus wants to talk about it or not. Nope, he does not. That's fine. Well, I can't talk to the wizard about it either, because he's probably in bed by now. We'll just have to go home and hopefully remember to do it next time, although next time is going to be a long time away. It's probably going to be a couple of weeks till he's plays Stardew again, which is kind of, like, interesting. It's a little scary, but it's fine. It's okay. It's fine. Admiral, are you here right now? I see your Discord status. I just want to say I approve. I approved. You know, I'm glad I introduced you to the greatness that song is. Oh, drink mayonnaise. Okay, real talk for a second. Right? If you have mayonnaise, are you eating it or are you drinking it? Personally, I feel like it's more eating than it is drinking. But I suppose you could drink mayonnaise. Listening to it on repeat right now. It's such a good song. That movie had those movies, the Amazing Spider-Man movies, had phenomenal soundtracks. I kind of want to watch them again, I'm not gonna lie. I don't rewatch movies very often, but those ones are good ones. I do too. You want to rewatch them again? Well, maybe one of these nights we can rewatch them. I don't know. I might have some time tonight if you wanted to. I've also been thinking about Transformers. Oh boy, again? I mean, they're good movies. Don't get me wrong. They are good movies. Only the first two that I was gonna say. I would only want to watch, like, Bumblebee and the ones with Sam Witwicky, Shia LaBeouf. After that, the rest of them kind of went to garbage. Although I will say, the Mark Wahlberg movies weren't bad. They weren't bad. They just weren't my favorite. Bumblebee was rad, yeah. Okay. We're pretty good there. We got 17k. That's not terrible. I'm going to pause this here. That is it for now. But we're hopefully going to find ourselves somebody to raid. So stick around and we'll get you some free channel points. Let's see, who do we got? Okay. Really, really quick. Okay. I feel like I should know you. I don't know why. Okay, I do know who you are at least. We can go say hello to you. Okay. I liked Mark, but he was the only good part of the movie. Yeah. Yeah, you're not really wrong there. I kind of agree. I do kind of agree. Alright. Let's go say hi to Honeydew Melon. They're currently playing Minecraft. I don't know exactly what they're doing in Minecraft, but they're playing Minecraft. I think we've raided them once before, maybe. I want to say we did. I can't remember if it was me or if it was somebody else I was watching that did, but I know several people who know them, so we'll go say hi, and it'll be a good time. Stop and ready, get yourself some free channel points, meet a cool streamer along the way, and I'll catch you all tomorrow when we're playing some more Spider-Man 2. Hopefully it works this time. Hopefully. Alright, guys. Good night.